Hey guys, it's Loves to Loom here, and today I will be showing you how to create this super cute Amaryllis bracelet. This was created by Wave Loomers on Instagram. I will be sure to have her profile picture in this video, so you can definitely check her out and give her a follow. Also, she does want to dedicate this super cute bracelet to the designers on Instagram who have typically been doing mainly hook designs only. They have been a huge inspiration to her as well as many others. That would be G the Loomster. The next one is Late Loomer. The next one is Rainbow Looms G. And last but not least, Claire Wears. So thank you so much to you for being such an inspiration. You guys do make beautiful hook designs. And if we did forget anyone, we do apologize. It's hard to kind of keep up with everyone, but they are the main four we wanted to definitely point out. This particular design takes about 80 bands depending on your wrist size. And without wasting your time any further, let's get started. To make this bracelet, you need one hook and one C-clip. If you have another hook, it can be helpful for this bracelet, but it's not necessary. For my colors, I'll be using opaque pink for my flower, and then for the in-between colors, like for the white I have here, I'll be using turquoise. So first, we're going to start with that turquoise, and you only need one single band, and we're going to do a triple cap band on the hook. So placing it on, wrapping it again, and one more time. So it's on there 3 times. We're going to grab 2 of our flower color bands. Now the instructions given to me were to add 4 on right now, but 2 of them just kind of sit in the cap band until we're ready to come back to it. So I add them in later so we don't have to worry about them like falling out. So just grab these 2 and we're going to pull them through this triple cap band. So you're going to have to get a grip of that cap band and just slide it through like that. And then I like to push it down a bit and then just reattach like that. And if the cap band's not centered, we can always fiddle with that a little later. So once you've done that, make sure your bands aren't like all twisted up. We're now going to grab another one of our flower color bands. And we're going to slide it through only the very first band. So only hook the very first one. So it should be like that. Only one band should be on there. And then reattach the other side. Now typically we would take this off, turn it around, and add a band onto that outside one so that it was like even. But we're going to do the whole left side, which is actually only adding one more band. But we're going to do the left side and then we'll do the right side. Okay, so now we're going to add on this band, but this time, and this may sound a little tricky, but it's not too bad. We're going to go through the first 2, so they'll be going on our teal or turquoise. And then we're going to pick up this third one and go under the 4th one. So it should be coming up between here. This last one should stay on the hook. So I'll just show you. So I'm going to go through the first 2 bands. And I grab a hold of the third one. And then go under the 4th. Like that. So basically you're going through the 1st, 2nd, and 4th and skipping the 3rd, but you're picking it up as you're going through. And then reattach the other side of that turquoise. So this is what it should look like right now. And now we're going to have to do the exact same thing on the other side. And by doing what I just did, it's creating a twist in the middle. But it's kind of hard to see right now because we don't have the other side on. So this is where the other hook comes in handy. You can either get a really good grip of this right here, the bracelet, turn your hook over, slide it out, then turn your bracelet around and slide it back in so that this is on the opposite side. But this third band easily comes, like wants to pop out. So I found that using this hook is a lot easier wherever I stuck it. So if you need to kind of put tension on your bracelet, and then you just slide it through those 4 bands like so. Make sure that they're all on there, and then you can just slide the other hook out, like so. And actually, I got that idea from Jace Alvarez, on Instagram. So I definitely want to give him credit. And he's also on YouTube as I Love Hue Shop. So that's where I got that idea. So now my bands are like so. Basically the same thing but facing the opposite direction. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to grab the color of our flower band and we're going to pull that through the first one and reattach. And now we're going to grab, so it should look like this. We're going to grab our second color, which is the turquoise. And we're going to pick up the next three. So the first one was the trickiest because we had to like pick up one and then go under another. But on this side, we already did all the work. So for this side, all we do is slide it through the remaining three. Whoops, we didn't want that fourth one. The remaining three pinks. So it should look like that. So you have the two on the outside and then that little cross in the middle there, the pink. So we're going to do that again and hopefully you'll understand what I'm doing. So we're grabbing two pinks. We're going to slide. Whoops. This hook's a lot smaller than my Rainbow Loom one. Going to slide these through. So all of your bands are coming onto these pinks. Basically, this is just the start of a new flower. So we're going to pretty much start everything all over again. Now we're going to grab the color of our flower still, and we're only going to go through the first one. So you only go through that first band. Reattach. And now we need to add our second color on this time. And this is where we're going to go through the first two, grabbing the third, and then through the fourth. So going through the first two. Trying to do it so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So we got the first two, grabbing the third one, going through the fourth, like that. And then reattach the other side. And now this is where we would need to turn our bracelet around so we can do the opposite side. So I'm gonna, well, I'll show you how you can do it if you don't want to use two hooks. So you would want to get a nice grip right there in the middle, turn your hook facing down, slide it out, turn it around, and I have a really good grip on it, so make sure you do too, and then slide it in. So it's definitely easy that way too. It's just you don't want to lose that band because it happened to me several times. So now we'll do what we did on the other side by first adding our flower color to the first outside band. Like so. And reattach. So it's like that. Grab your second color, and now the remaining three will go on. Just the pink should be going on. Like that. So like I said, there are definitely other ways you can do it. I just found that this is the easiest way. So now we'll start another flower again. So we're going to slide these two bands through. So we just slid our two bands through. Still in the same color, we're going to put through only the first band. So it's only going through the first one. and you grab your second color. So each time we're adding 2 bands onto each side, but the first one will be our flower color and the second one will always be our middle color. And this is the one that's going to go through the first 2, grabbing the second or the third band and going under the 4th, like that. Okay, so now we need to turn it around. So I'm going to hold on to my bracelet very tightly and put it back through. So now we're on the other side. This is always the easier side because we just need to add our 1 band, our 1 band onto the outside band. And then our second color just goes through the remaining pink. Like that. Okay guys, so I just went off camera to switch my hook because I like my Rainbow Loom hook better. It's thicker, so I don't know. I just wanted to switch back. So we're just going to continue that pattern. So now we would just start that again. So you would need your 2 bands for the color of your flower. Pull it through all 4 bands. Reattach. So we're starting like that again. And just so you know, for my wrist size, I did 6 flowers. So 1, 2, 3. So this would be the start of my 4th. After I do 6, I will pull a single band through and we'll put a clip on it, a C-clip. And then we're actually going to come down to this cap band and we're going to turn it like this and we'll do 6 more going that way. So just in case you get tired of watching me, make sure you pay attention to that part. Alright, so we're back to here. So we're going to slide our band through the first one. Like so. And now grabbing our second color. Going through the first 2. Grabbing the third. And going through the 4th. Like so. Now we have to turn it around. Like that. Adding my outside band. I call it the outside band since we only go through the very outer band. So it looks a little messy, but that's what it looks like right now. And now we have to add on our center one. Or our second one, I should say. And this goes through all of the pink ones. Like that. So that's what you keep doing over and over. This bracelet is so cute. I just love it. She did a great job. I'm just going to kind of go through it a few times without explaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this would be my last flower for this side. Don't forget to turn it around. See, that pink wants to slip back in there. That's the tricky part, making sure that doesn't slip back in. And then only go through the pink there. Make sure your band's not twisted. Mine almost was. Okay, so that would be my 6 flowers. And then at this point, we need to close this side up. So I'm just going to take, I'm going to take pink, I guess, just to keep alternating colors. One single pink, and I'm just going to slide it through all 4 bands. Like so. And that is what I'm going to attach one side of my C-clip to. And then we're going to come back to the beginning. And we're going to do that again facing the opposite side. So this is what the first half is looking like. And now we're going to just flip it over or turn it around. And we need to slip our hook back through this cap band in the beginning. So you're just going to pop it through there. So it's on your hook like this. Let me get some more bands. Grab 2 of your flower bands. And we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing the whole time, except now we're going in the opposite direction on the bracelet. My bands are a little twisted. Okay. I had to re-up on my supplies because they ran out. Sorry about that. Alright, so we're just going to do the same thing. So we're going to come through the first one. Grab your second color. Pull it through the first 2. Grab the third and go through the 4th. Like so. Turn it around. Place your hook back in. Making sure you get through all of them and repeat. So like I said, this side's a lot easier because we already did the work on the other side. So we just need to place our outer band, and then our other color goes on the remaining 3 flower color bands, which is pink for me. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to keep doing the same thing. So that would have been my first flower. So now I would have to add 5 more on, and then we'll do the exact same thing at the end. Add a single band through and attach our C-clip to it, because this is going to be the center of our bracelet, this right here in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll do one more, and then I will go off camera. did I do there? You don't want to do that. Alrighty. So, and then at the end, if you need to fiddle with it, sometimes some bands are sticking out a little more than others. But yeah, so I will be right back, guys. Alrighty, guys, so I did go ahead and finish up the remaining flowers. So I have a total of 6 coming up from the cap band and 6 going down. And now this is how I'm left off, pretty much just like if we'd be adding a next flower. But I'm just going to grab one single band this time, slide it through all 4 of these, like so. And that is what I'm going to attach to the opposite side, which we already have our C-clip in place. So I'm just going to slide this onto my finger, bring this around, and voila. And just make sure that you don't have it all twisted up. And there you have the fabulous completed Amaryllis bracelet. So like I said, this was created by Wave Loomers on Instagram. Definitely check her out and give her a follow. Don't forget to tag her if you make one of these. I think this is such a cute design. She did an amazing job on it. If the middle of your bracelet is like uneven, you can definitely like pull to one side to make sure that like those bands, the ones going up and down, are even. And of course you can just fiddle with it if any bands look a little twisted or whatnot. But I think this is super cute. Don't forget you can also tag me at Loves to Loom on Instagram as well, because I'd love to see if you made this as well. And sorry for such a long video. I just felt like it was kind of hard to explain, but yet it's pretty easy to do. So hopefully you guys figured it out. And hit the like button below if you do like this bracelet. And I'll see you all at my next video. Thanks guys. Bye.